Yo! What up?
Today, I'm going to be baking a cake in a toastie maker. Some might even say it would become a toastie caker. I don't know if you've ever thought about baking a cake in your toastie maker, sandwich press, toastie machine, whatever you want to call it. We don't discriminate. But if you sit tight, you will find out if it's a possible thing or not. And So I've got my cake mix out of the box because, you know, I am pretty good at everything, but I just thought baking a cake from scratch while trying to cook it in a toastie machine was a bit of a, you know, two things that have a possibility to fail into one is like increased chances of an overall fail. But with a box cake package mix, whatever you call this in the industry, it's like just eliminating another variable to fail. That's how we roll here. So without wasting any more of your time, we've got this mixing bowl and it's amazing. 1 second it's red, then it's green, then it's purple. It's really, it could be anything. It's gone. Oh my God, it's gone. Okay, that joke is over. The first instruction is to preheat the oven. But I'm gonna safely assume for this process, we skip that step. Wow, it's really simple as that. Now, I did end up finding those scissors. For those wondering, I did find them. They were tucked, hidden behind a thing. Put that in there. Then we need to add 175 ml of water. But I'm gonna do a little bit less. Because I'm cooking it in a toastie machine, I kinda want it to be a bit drier rather than wetter. Then lastly, we need 2 eggs and some butter, soft butter. So I got it soft. Jeez. No shells. Fantastic. You do have to just be aggressive with it. Yeah. Now, the butter says 3 tablespoons. And that's always confused me. Like, is this a tablespoon? Is this a uniform metric of measurement? I don't know, but I'm going to assume it is. Jeez. All right, I'm going to go ahead and assume that's 3 tablespoons of butter. Using an electric mixer, beat on low, well, we don't have an electric mixer, but you don't need an electric mixer when you've got a weapon such as this attached to your upper torso, baby. All right, there's definitely some clumps of butter still in this mix. Lesson learned, but I think you're probably sitting there wondering how on earth I'm gonna get this to cook in this. Well, I bring you the master plan. I've got baking paper so that it's considered baking. And I've got egg rings to make 4 mini cakes that we're gonna stack on top of each other to make a real cake. And that's it. That is as simple as that. We just put some baking paper down. Baking paper. Jeez, man, it's been a long day. No, it hasn't been a long day. I'm just broken. Then we're gonna put baking paper on top, close the lid, and it is gonna be baking. I tell you what, we are ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna one-hand it so I can get actual baker's POV of this pouring. So we're just gonna start by putting it in the first one, just gentle. It's a good consistency, it's looking good. Oh, maybe a little bit too much in there, but that's okay, we'll work with that. Okay, and there we have it. Wow, that has actually worked flawlessly. Now we just lay this baking paper over top. Oh, no. Okay, abort mission. Like that, yes. See, like that, that's perfect. Close the lid. And we are baking cake in a toastie maker. I just remembered that cake rises. We've got a bit of cake leakage on all sides of the toastie maker, but that's okay, learning lesson. Yo. That is actually baked cake. I think I did it. I think I actually did it. Okay, this has actually worked not the worst. I'm kind of impressed. I'm gonna let that cool down. The toasty machine is off. And while that cools down, I'm gonna make the frosting because I feel like that's gonna be the saving grace for this cake. All right, I did the frosting properly in a real kitchen and it's actually turning out pretty good. Oh, are you kidding me? Gee, that is legit. It is time to construct the cake. This is going actually kind of well. Okay, and here's the final reveal. I've gone for a bit of an abstract approach. I've layered 2 of the cooked egg ring cakes in the middle, and then some of the excess cooked bits I've sprinkled around the outside just to give it a bit of that organic feel. Now I've dolloped a good amount of icing on top, evened it around, and that is honestly pretty passable. But obviously the looks are only so important, but how it tastes is really what is gonna make or break this method. You know, it's made a pretty hefty mess here, I'm not gonna lie. I'm used to cleaning up after my videos, but this is something else. Yo. Last video, I used a word quite a lot, and that is actually bussing. Haven't used it in this video until now, but this is actually bussing. Oh my God. That is totally passable as a Michelin star dessert meal. Oh, was it messy? Yes. Was it a little bit alternative? Yes. Would it take a long amount of time to cook the entire cake mix worth of cake in a toasty maker? Yes. Was it worth it? Hell yeah. That is great. Before I fully seriously indulge in this entire cake, which is I am gonna because this is actually great, it's time for a bit of a conclusive thought. Now, if you are doing this yourself, remember, cake rises. I totally forgot about that. And I filled all of the egg rings up to basically the top, and it was pretty instantly a mess. Somehow, this is honestly, I'm willing to consider this our second win in a row. We had a pretty bad streak of video ideas going horribly. Then the last 2 have been astronomical successes. So if you didn't see the last video, go check that out. But thanks for watching this one right until the end. That's great. Like, subscribe, whatever, do all those things. And I'll see you next time for something that may surprise you even more than this one did.